Hello everyone. Wow, there's already people here. So thanks for tuning in this evening. Some updates on Maverick here. He's not doing so well. He actually feels pretty good. I mean, he's doing all right now. I mean, he's always been a shy, kind of reserved dog. It's hard to tell. But say hi, Maverick. So he just came back to the vet, came back from the vet. But kind of want to let people get here first before going into too much detail so I don't have to repeat it too many times, you know. So hello, what's going on, guys? Yeah, thank you. Maverick, he's having a good day today. We just went on a walk. He's doing all right. He has good days and bad days. The last couple days have been pretty good. He's been eating well. A couple days before that, he really didn't eat much and pretty lethargic. He's had like 2 or 3 good days and a bad day. So kind of back and forth there. But while we're waiting on people to kind of kick in here before I go into too much, we are doing the Sailing Duels Flotilla. That's still on. We've actually booked already 3 boats. So the Lagoon 450 is totally booked. The Dufour 46 is totally booked. And the Bali 43 is totally booked. What's up, Taylor? How are you doing? Hopefully you and Josephine are doing well down there in the boat. What's up, McGregor? So Tayller and Josephine, I'm sure, or she's here now, so you can say hello to them. They are down in Exumas, still with the boat, and I came back here with the dogs. What's up? Hey Ron and Daryl with Precision Sales. Those are the guys that hooked us up with sales. You'll see them coming up in videos pretty soon. So yeah, I guess I'll get into it here. So a little over a week ago, actually about 10 days ago, Maverick started coughing. It wasn't too bad. I mean, every time, it wasn't all the time too. It was just when he'd get up from laying down for a while and he would have a cough, and then once he kind of cleared the cough, he was fine. And then about 3 days later, he did the same thing, except there was a little bit of blood in his cough. So that was pretty alarming, obviously. We were in Georgetown in the Exumas. They do not have any veterinarians. Basically, a veterinarian comes once a month for 3 days to Georgetown to check over all the dogs, and he wasn't due for another 2 weeks. So, what's up, Todd? How you doing with Catamaran Marketing? But they do have a humane center there. It's a volunteer staff, but they're not nurses, they're not doctors, they're not vets. So we went there. They called the vet in Nassau, kind of went back and forth a little bit. And basically, the vet said, prescribed him some antibiotics and some cough medicine. And so then, we were just going to wait for him to show up. We're hoping it wasn't anything too bad. And then basically the next day, Maverick, he was acting fine. He had energy. He was fine. He just had a little cough and there was a little blood in it. The next day, he wouldn't eat and he was very lethargic. And so he was definitely down. So it was a little scary. So I put a call out for help because it would have been pretty hard to get back to Nassau to see one of those vets, and even harder to get back to States. So we actually had a great viewer and patron. His name's Kurt. He has a Piper Arrow, and he flew from Florida down to Georgetown in the Exumas. He picked up Maverick and Goose. Goose is downstairs. Maverick, he's just sleeping. He's not in pain or anything, but right now. So Kurt picked us up and flew us to Fort Lauderdale. So thank you so much, because otherwise I would have had to get him home. I think I would have had to sail back to get him home, which would have taken a couple days, and then, who knows? It just, anyway, saved a lot of time and everything. So he picked us up on last Thursday, flew us, was it Friday? I think it was Friday. Picked us up Friday, flew us to Fort Lauderdale. We saw a vet there. They x-rayed him. They saw a mass in his chest, and so that was pretty alarming. So then I rented a car, and I drove from Fort Lauderdale nonstop. I slept for like an hour and a half at a rest stop. 22 hours total travel time from Fort Lauderdale to Dallas. Saw the vet in Dallas this past Monday. They did an ultrasound. It was still a little inconclusive. They saw some masses and stuff. And then so they referred us to an oncology vet. And then so took him to the vet today at the Oncology Center for Veterinarian Medicine, whatever, it's a MedVet Dallas. And they did another x-ray and an ultrasound, and then they found, they saw there was a couple of the masses that they had seen previously in his chest. Then there was also a very large mass around his right kidney, and a little fluid, they thought, around his left kidney. They think now, they've done a biopsy on it, but we won't get the results from the biopsy until tomorrow. So they think that the cancer started, Maverick is 9.5 years old, a little over 9 and 4 months. They think the cancer started around his kidneys and probably spread to his chest, which the fact that there's multiple tumors kind of doesn't bode too well for surgery. I mean, if they remove the kidney that has the cancer, well, then there's still cancer in his chest, 2 or 3. What's up, Dad? So we're still waiting on the biopsy to see what kind of cancer it is. Either way, though, the best case scenario, which is kind of rare for it to start in the kidneys, they say, but lymphoma would be the best type of cancer he could have, because that does respond to treatment. But if it is a lymphoma, lymphoma, I think, lymphoma, they would, so the lymphomas do respond pretty well to chemo. But even if they did that, I mean, that just gives them 6 to 9 months. If it is one of the more aggressive cancers, which more than likely it is, a couple months tops. So he's not doing well. So we'll find out tomorrow which type of cancer it is, and kind of go from there. We're about 3 weeks ahead of the video, so I have about 3 weeks worth of footage I can do. It's kind of, this being my full-time job, I really, I don't, time-wise, it's going to be, because I can't take him back to the boat, because, if he does need treatment on the boat, that's just not going to happen. Wouldn't be too comfortable with him. So I'm basically going to find out what the vet says, and kind of get a timeline on how long we think he has. It's so surgery's probably out. Chemo probably, it would just make him miserable. So basically, I mean, we'll still figure out what kind of cancer it is tomorrow. It's just make him comfortable until he's in pain. He's not right now. I'm pretty sure he's not. I mean, he does have some bad days where he doesn't feel well, obviously, but I don't think he's in pain. He just kind of mopes around. He doesn't really eat. But today he's been good. I mean, we went for a walk this afternoon. He's doing well. If he's still good tomorrow, I'll take him to the dog park. So we'll see how it goes. So at some point, it really depends on how long they say it is. If they're saying it's like a couple weeks, then I'll just stay here for a couple weeks. If we're talking a couple months, what I'll probably do is next week, I'll go back down to the Bahamas, get on the boat, and probably try to get to Dominican as quickly as we can. And then I'll let the girls stay there on the boat, and because the Bahamas are really expensive. The marina we're staying in, I mean, I've already spent like $3,000. Number one, getting him here and on his medical bills, so it's pretty expensive there. And the marina we're at, because I don't want to leave the girls on the hook on the boat, because if something goes wrong mechanically with the generator or something, then that would be pretty hard. Hey, thanks, Mom. So my mom and dad are gonna take care of him while we are down there. I'll be gone, so next week I'll go back down, probably take the boat to Dominican, maybe Ocean World Marina, I believe. It's pretty cheap there, right? It's like $1 a foot per, so it's gonna be a lot more less expensive as compared to, hey, Blimp Commander, thank you so much. It is a tough one, yeah. It's a, you know, because in the Bahamas, that marina we're in is the daily rates, I think, $275 a foot. But we're going to be there so long now, and I'll probably just pay for a month, which is only $1.25, but that's still going to be like $2,200 there. So we'll get the boat down to Dominican, where the marine is cheaper, cost of living is cheaper, so that the girls will be down in Dominican. They can kind of explore and film down there while the boat's there. I'll come back and check in on Maverick for a couple weeks, and then I got to keep going down there to keep filming because this full-time job do it. We'll kind of get a better idea of what's going on tomorrow. Obviously it's cancer. They're trying to figure out which one, so it's a tough thing. I think it's like the worst. It's kind of, it's kind of one of those things when you get a dog, you can kind of like, when you first get them. I don't know. I think it's when you get to a certain age, right? I mean, because it's like when you're 20 years old and you get a dog, you're just like, oh man, it's great, But when you're 40 years old and you get a dog, you're like, you can already fast forward 10, 12 years down the line. You're like, man, that's going to suck when I have to make that choice. So basically, he's doing fine right now. We'll just keep him comfortable until he's in pain. I don't think he is right now. I think he's a little run down, like he's tired, but I don't think he's feeling bad. And we'll just keep him as comfortable as we can. So, it's a sad thing to do. And even if, Jerry, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for all the support, like all the patrons. So I've done a couple like patron only updates, or not patron, but just, they're the patrons. So I give them some updates and do some daily videos for them. And they've been, I think we have like 700 something patrons, and on the one video, they commented like 250 times. So it's pretty great. So thank you guys. You guys are awesome. So here he is here. He's doing all right. Maverick, say hi. Yeah. They actually, that's where they shaved him to give him the ultrasound, and they were gonna, they didn't have to sedate him, so that's the good thing. They were gonna sedate him, and then, hey, Mike P, thank you so much with the doc fees. Appreciate you. Thanks. Appreciate it. They were gonna sedate him and biopsy the mass in his chest, but once they did the ultrasound and saw the really large mass around his kidneys, they just biopsied that one. I mean, there is a possibility it's two different cancers, so it is what it is, but, so, well, he's doing all right. I mean, he's mostly all right. So we'll just make him comfortable as long as we can. So got a couple months left with him. And so has Goose figured out, I don't know. I don't think Goose, I don't know. I think Goose maybe is not acting as needy. He kind of generally likes to be held and all that a lot. But he's kind of not acted too jealous when we're, hey Thaddeus, thank you, man. And Glove Man, thanks so much. Rand, you guys are awesome. Wow. Thanks guys. That really helps out with the big expenses lately. So you guys are awesome. So I don't think he's, but so people, I think, so probably the rest of this season, I'll split my time between here and moving the boat along, just because, I mean, if I had a regular job, right? If I had a 9 to 5 in an office, that'd be one thing, but I can't, I got to keep making videos. This is my full-time job, so I have to do that. So I'll probably spend about half my time here, making sure he's happy, because he hasn't left my side at all. Like I don't know if he knows something's wrong, but he's hardly left. Mike, thank you, appreciate it. He's hardly left my. If I move to another room or if I go do anything, he's following me around. He won't leave my side. So Robert, thank you. And so he's a sweet boy. He really is. Even the vets said today how sweet he was, and they didn't have to sedate him or anything. He was just really compliant and did whatever they wanted. And he's really shy dog. So most people don't realize how shy he is, because they see him running around on the boat and all that. And Cleota, oh, it's Marie. All right, thank you. She sent a PayPal. Appreciate you. Thank you. So most people don't realize how shy he is because they see him running around on the beach or on the boat where he looks all tough, but he gets around people he doesn't know, and he'll hide under a table. He's kind of he's a unique dog. He's always been pretty special needs. He needs to be taken care of, but he's a good boy. So then we're still on track though. Hey, Robert Smith, thank you. You're awesome, man. Thanks so much, guys. And then Don, thank you. So we're still on track with the if you haven't the Sailing Doodles Flotilla in the British Virgin Islands, we still got that going. We're still on track for that. April 25th through May 2nd. And Derek Pounds, thank you. Cheers, guys. So we're still going to be on track with that. This whole thing has screwed up our, and Brian Foote, thank you. This whole thing's kind of screwed up our timeline, but we'll definitely be in the Edwin Rivera, thank you. Hope for the best, Bobby. Thank you, Edwin. We're still on track for the BVI, April 25th through May 2nd. We've already got 3 boats full, so our boat will be there. We've got a Lagoon 450, a Bali 43, and a Dufour 46. Those boats. Hey, Sam, appreciate you, man. Met him, Dr. Sam Lyles, down in Fort Lauderdale. So we've already got those 3 boats full, plus our boat. Because of the response, I've added another boat. So we have a Lagoon 39 that we're booking up. I think it's like $1,500 a cabin. That one is a four cabin, 2 bathroom with no air conditioner. And that one's $1,500 for the cabin, or it's like $1,550 plus, or $1,550 with tax and fees and all that. Or it's like just over $6,000 for the whole boat. And then we got the Lagoon 42, which is brand new. And Sean McClintock, thank you, man. And then we're not making any money on that, by the way. We're just basically, I'm adding 3% into the cost because that's what it cost me to transfer all the money around. But so it's a, so that Lagoon 42 is like 18. Chris Barnes, wow, thank you, man. Cheers to you. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. That really helps out with the bills so far. Richard, thank you. Because we've already spent like $3,000 on vet and getting him home. And I'd like, and Self-Fitness, thank you, and Walkshop Pilot, thank you. Thank you, Earl. Has Laura reached out? No, she did screenshot one of the messages I sent or put on Instagram about trying to get somebody to come help us pick us up, bring us back to States. But it was pretty awesome having Kurt. We'll have that on video at some point. Kurt, who is a patron, and he's actually sailed with us down in St. Vincent. I have no shame. Thanks, Infinity. I appreciate you, man. My dog's dying, and you think I'm okay. Whatever. You never know. Sorry, man. So he picked us up in his airplane. It was really awesome. He was very. I mean, it was pretty cool having him fly down there and pick us up. So, Rich, thank you so much for Maverick. Get him some extra treats. Yeah. So we've definitely been doing that. We've been giving Maverick anything he wants. Some days he doesn't eat. Like today and yesterday, he's been pretty good. But the day before, he hardly ate at all. A couple days when I was driving him home, we drove 22 hours straight. Like I even bought hamburgers and like put little bites, and he barely ate those. But he's doing all right. So, you get a hold of us. All right. Well, hey, send me an email, astrodiver.bobby@sailingdoodles.com. So, and if you get, and by the way, if you guys are interested in sailing with us in the BVI, it's bobby@sailingdoodles.com. I'll just send you some more information. Like I said, we're not making any money on that. We just want to sail with you guys. We already got, how many do we have? We have 16. So we have like 24 people in 3 boats already. Well, I don't know if it's all couples, but it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, we'll do that. And we're actually gonna, like I said, try to add a few more boats. And then, hopefully if this one goes well, this flotilla will definitely be doing probably at least 2 a year. We'll see. It's a lot of fun. The BVI will be, I can't imagine just having like 4 or 5 boats. We're all cruising around, going to the same places. It's a lot of fun doing all that stuff. So, so where is Taylor? Taylor is back on the boat. with Josephine. So if you haven't followed around on Instagram or Facebook, you probably haven't seen that we have a new crew member. Her name is Josephine. She's on the boat right now. She's from Sweden. Tara was there last week. She just left, I think, yesterday. Declan, hey man, thank you so much. First time I left Maverick, I will. Thanks, man. You've been around for a long time. Thank you. And I know you're up late over there in Europe, I think, aren't you? But so Tara showed up, and then the next day I flew Maverick out. RC9, what is that? Sorry about the very bad news. Try to focus on all the good times. Yeah. Thanks, Rick. So Tara was down there for the week while I was gone. I'm sure it was kind of nice for all the girls to kind of bond there. Taylor and Josephine are down there now. Be nice to let them, 12:20 a.m. Well, thanks for tuning in, man. So I'm sure they're doing a little bonding now. I think Taylor is watching right now, so if you want to say hello. Ron Paxton, thank you, man. And Self Defense Law, thank you. Appreciate you. Ron is well, I was just texting with him the other day. We're probably going to try to do something in Thailand at the end of the summer. I'll go over to Koh Samui, so we'll do another. So we got this flotilla coming up in the BVI, so if you can't make that one, we'll probably put something together in Thailand. I'm really hoping this one in the BVI, because we've already got two full cats and a full monohull in the BVI, and then because of that, I went ahead and put a hold on a couple more cats. And so if you're interested in doing it, it's Bobby at sailingdoodles.com. I'll send you the info. It's pretty affordable. It's like $1,500 to $1,800 for the week for one cabin, and then you get to pay $40 a person for your park fees, and then you got to split the moorings, and you got to buy your own airfare and stuff to get down there. So I mean, it's for a week long thing, it's not too bad. So Scott Young, hope this helps with the bill. Sorry to hear about Maverick. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. So yeah, and I really thank you guys for all helping out. It really helps a lot. So you guys are awesome. But he's doing all right now. I mean, I don't know. He's, how dogs are. They sleep 12, 14 hours a day. So let's see here. Hey, Maverick, say hi. There you go. Say hi, buddy. I think y'all blocked the wrong infinity because he's still posting. But really, hey, that's fine. You gotta have a tough skin to do all this stuff. It's funny, some of the comments and everything. So you can't be thin skinned and get into this business. So there you go. Anyway, but wow, Lee. Hey, Lee, what's up, man? I got your message about stopping in Pensacola, but I just drove straight through. So that was so. Kurt picked us up in his airplane. I think he landed around 11 in the morning, or 10 or something like that. And then we hopped on his airplane, and it was about a little over 2-hour flight to. Thank you, Zeph. Appreciate you, man. It was a little over a 2-hour flight from Georgetown in the Exumas, because I was really worried about how I was going to get him home, because I kind of figured it was something bad when there was blood in his cough, and I was trying to figure out how to get him home. Flying on an airline with these guys is incredibly hard, especially something like the Bahamas. So Kurt flew his Piper Arrow, and so it was me, Maverick, Goose, Kurt, and another guy, Esteban, who flew with him. And we picked him up in Georgetown, and then flew a little over 2 hours to Fort Lauderdale, cleared customs there, and then took the dog to the vet. And Paulo, thank you, man, appreciate you. And then got him x-rayed, and the x-ray was not good right away. So I mean, you can tell. I mean, from the x-ray, they thought it was cancer. And then rather than stick around in Fort Lauderdale, I rented a car, and then Brian, thank you, appreciate you, man, and drove. So I think I rented a car about 5 p.m., 4:30 or 5 p.m. and I drove straight through to Dallas. So it took me, I think I got into Dallas at 3 in the afternoon. So with the time change, it was 22, 23 hours. But we all slept. It rented a Jeep Compass that it sucked because there was like no rental cars left. There was one rental car left, and it was this one. And like stereo didn't work. So, you know, driving 22 hours, I just put my earbuds in and listen to podcasts and stuff. And then put down the back seats and went to a rest stop, and I slept about an hour and a half in the back with the dogs, and then got him back to Dallas, and then the next day took him to the vet, and there you go. But I'm sure they're glad to be home with their grandparents for a little while, and then I guess they're going to stay here. So even when, I mean, it's a terminal cancer. I mean, there's, you know, hey, Derek Gardner, thank you, man. He sent a PayPal. Appreciate you. How old is Maverick? He is 9 years and 4 months. But even, you know, I'm not going to take Goose back on the boat. Goose, Maverick loves being on the boat. He loves the adventure of it. He loves getting out on the beach, and he loves exploring. He's fearless. He is absolutely fearless. Goose just would kind of tolerate it. I don't know that he really, you know, he wanted to be where I am, but I don't know that he really enjoyed the sailing that much. Whereas Maverick, he was fine. I mean, we've been in rough weather, and he's just sitting there in the cockpit just sleeping, having no problem. And then, like, if I'm going up the reef or something, it's that bad, I'm going up the reef, you know, he's trying to follow me up at the up there and look and all that. So, yeah. So, yeah. And I was always worried because Maverick is he's kind of a needy dog. And I've always worried that if Goose will be fine being alone, you know what I mean, or without his brother. Arnold, thank you. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate you. Goose will be fine being without his brother alone. Any thoughts on SV Seeker situation? Yeah, I'll get into that in just a second. But even though it hurt, I don't think Maverick would be okay being alone. So if it has to be one before the other, I mean, I'm not happy to see him go, but I don't think Mav would do well without his brother. But the SV Seeker thing, if y'all haven't, I was pretty interested when that whole thing came out. So what happened with the SV Seeker, and this is not a criticism, I'm just talking facts here. SV Seeker, he's a pretty popular sailing channel. He's building a boat. He has been for many years. I haven't really watched any of his videos, or I think I've watched one, so I'm not too familiar with what he does. But the other day we did a little prank in our video where so there's a lot of comments about having 2 girls on the boat, and the comments were all just like, you know, shit. Anyway, there was a lot of comments about how having, and thank you JRG, he did a PayPal, appreciate it. About how having 2 girls on the boat and how it's just waiting for a fight. And Matt, cancer sucks. Thinking of you and Maverick. Thank you, man. Cheers, guys. And so there's so many comments about it, how they're just waiting for a fight and all that. So it was actually the girls' idea. It was the girls' idea to stage that little fight. We rehearsed it a few times. That's the only time we've ever rehearsed or staged anything on Sailing Doodles. Like, pretty much everything we do, I mean, we'll say, hey, we're going to go snorkel on this today, but it's not like, okay, you go snorkel and then you dive down and do all that or whatever. It's just, no, I mean, it's just totally as we happen to do it. But we did kind of plan the little joke out. And so we kind of play acted that the girls were fighting, and then one of them slapped the other one and they started wrestling and all that. And then they popped right back up and we're laughing about it and showed it right there. SV Seeker, again, I don't want to comment on whether I thought I was right or wrong, but he staged a prank where it looked like Jeff Gowrip. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Good to hear from you. And somebody sent a PayPal and I missed it. I apologize. Thank you though. Hopefully we'll see you again at another air show there, Jeff. But so what he did is he staged like a little explosion in his boat that he was working on, and then I don't know. I didn't really watch. I think I watched like the aftermath or something, and or the next video or something like that, where well, he staged an explosion on the boat, and it made it look like he was hurt pretty bad. And then the next video is him saying, "Hi, I was all a prank." I think, hey, Garrett Blackwell, thank you, man. Appreciate you. He's had quite a backlash on it. I think he's lost 6,000 or 7,000 subscribers and over 100 patrons. And that's pretty significant. That hurts. I think he was doing it just, he was trying to be original and do whatever. And I think, I don't know. Even doing our little prank with the two girls fighting, I saw a drop. So we were averaging 200 new subscribers a day, and after we did that little prank, we saw that drop. We had quite a few people unsubscribed. We had new subscribers coming in, but we went down from 200 subscribers a day to about 80 subscribers a day for about 2 or 3 days, and then it went back up to normal. So, I don't know. I think it's a touchy. It just goes to show. It's Brian Kowalski. Thank you, man. Kozlowski. Thank you. It just goes to show that people, how many celebrities. I'm not saying we're celebrities. I'm just whatever. It's the same kind of business, right? How many celebrities have done something? Charlie Sheen, right? Done something incredibly stupid, and then their career just goes to crap. And they lose all the. Tiger Woods, right? Does something stupid and lose all his sponsorships. So I've always that one little kind of prank we played with the girls fighting is sorry to hear, man. This is all conspiracy. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you. And Judy, friend, thank you so much. So I've always tried to. I don't talk about politics on the show, and I don't talk about controversial stuff, because the way I look at it when I look at entertainment, right? I don't want a radar thinking about doodles while he's. Oops, sorry, I went too fast. But if I'm watching a movie, I don't want to then watch, Bruce Willis or whoever get on Instagram and say this is wrong. You need to fix. This is politically wrong or whatever. No, you're there to entertain me, and I don't want the fact that, hey, Carl Zimmer the third. Sorry, Bobby. These times are always tough. Do the best thing to Maverick. Yeah. And so somebody was saying, don't do chemo on animals. Yeah, we're not planning on it. We're just going to make them as comfortable as we can. But, if you're an actor or a director or whatever, your job is to act and direct, not to give me your political views. Or, and I've always kind of resented people who do that, because then when I watch their next role, and I'm watching that movie and they're in it, all I can think about is their political stuff instead of being immersed in the movie. And so that's why it's kind of the same thing with Sailing Doodles, is I don't want you thinking about what I care politics wise. I want you to enjoy watching the show, because this is what this is. All the sailing channels it's when I don't watch too many of them now because I'm doing them. I do watch YouTube, but I just don't watch the sailing channels. But when I did watch the sailing channels, it was because, man, I want to go do that, and I'm imagining myself going and doing that. And so I think that's what people want. It's escapism. Yeah, exactly. It's like, man, this is what I want to go do. I don't want to be political about it and stuff like that. There's people, oh man, the comments are vicious sometimes. I do follow some of the YouTube or Facebook groups about YouTube stuff, and I don't always comment, but I'll read them, and it's kind of funny. So I don't know, but you like the prank, thank you. Yeah, I think most people did, and most people, yeah, that was good. So yeah, and so I actually messaged back and forth with Megan earlier today and told her what's going on. She sends her love and everything. So I've invited her and her boyfriend to come down several times and sail with us, but they're kind of busy. So maybe at some point. She was actually supposed to come meet us in Charleston because they live in Greenville, South Carolina, I think. Anyway, maybe she'll come down and spend a week or two with us at some point. So we'll do that. John, hello. So anyway, Sven, thank you so much. Love from Germany. All right. Guten Tag. I don't know. What other words? Dankeschön? Dankeschön. There you go. Danke. Whatever it is. Bitte. That's all the German I know. I don't think I know anymore. What's up, Maverick? How are you? Why don't you look at the camera? Look over there. Oh, I meant to, hey, Mom, if you're watching, can you bring up some treats for him? I want to give him some. Yeah, anyway. See, so I'm back at my parents' house now. It's kind of the home, that's where I have my mail sent and everything. So we're going to be here for another, we'll find out tomorrow exactly what type of cancer it is, and that will, and then she'll give us a timeline. So, you know, the best type of cancer that she said it could have been was a lymphoma. That would have maybe given us 6 to 9 months. They don't think it is the lymphoma, so it's probably a more aggressive because of where it started. They think it started because he has a very large. There's treats coming. Let me get out the red
This is the one he likes.
All right, thank you. Okay, she wants to give him the treat. There you go.
They're precious. There you go.
Oh yeah. All right, give me it back. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Uh-oh. Don't cough. See, that's the little cough he's had. He hadn't coughed all day. But, yeah, you all right? It's probably a little warm in here because I'm hot, and he's wearing a fur coat. So, anyway. So, yeah, so Manny makes, yeah, sorry to hear that, buddy. So, I don't know. My guess would be just from talking to the vet a couple months, maybe, which sucks. You know, I was really hoping for the 6 to 9 month diet whatever estimate, because you know, I've got to keep making videos, and if it's 6 to 9 months, then I was basically going to kind of split back and forth between here and on the boat, and then of course then the last 3 or 4 months I'd be with him full time. Oh, you want some more? Is that what you're sniffing? He likes these things too. So now he's paying attention. Gator. He's very gentle. Goose is in Dallas too, yeah. So the dogs, the Maverick and Goose have only ever been separated for like 48 hours their whole life. Maverick has always been accident prone. Hey, Kempin, thank you so much. And Carlos, get another bag of treats. All right, we'll do it. That's kind of, yeah, he gets all the treats he wants. He gets to do anything he wants. So tomorrow I'm going to take him to the dog park. I thought about doing like a little meet and greet here in Dallas. But I don't know. He doesn't like, Maverick doesn't like him. He's very shy around people he doesn't know. And so he wouldn't really enjoy doing a meet and greet. Goose would, but Maverick wouldn't. And so I don't want him to do anything that he would think's unpleasant. So William, thanks so much. We lost 2 longtime dogs, man. I'm sorry to hear that. That's the sad thing about dogs, is they're so great, but are you sniffing around for more food? Is that what you want? See, now you're paying attention. Want another one? You know, having 2 is it, you know, the big dogs like this, I mean, you know, I've had multiple big dogs about, well, not even his size actually, 60, 70 pounders growing up when I was a kid and all that. And I think the average age they live to is 11. So he'll be 9.5 or so. So, yeah, but, anyway, but yeah, so it's not good news. We'll find out more tomorrow exactly what type of cancer it is. Either way, it's not looking good. So, yeah, so I'll post something. I'll do another patron video tomorrow with kind of like a, you know, a little 2 or 3 minute video for them, and then I'll just post something on Instagram, a little little thing for everybody else. But I want to thank you guys for all your support. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for helping out tonight. That takes care of about 2/3 of the medical bills so far. So you guys are awesome. Couldn't do this without you guys. Couldn't have this job or do anything. So I'll let you know how it goes, and thank you guys for tuning in. You've been awesome. So, all right, Mav, you ready for dinner? You get some dinner? Yeah? You hungry? All right, guys, thank you so much, and I'll keep you posted. Oh, somebody was saying like CBD. Yeah, give them a little bit the other day. We'll see how it goes if I can get some more. But all right, guys, thank you so much.